You can literally choose and curate the life that you want, the exact life that you want. You can literally choose where you want to live, who you want to live with, how much money you want to make, how you want to make that money, who you want to spend your time with. You can literally choose these things. A lot of people don't know this. I also didn't know this at some point. I found myself just living this life that I didn't even know how I ended up living that life. And I know a lot of people find themselves in that situation where they're just living this life that they know that they don't necessarily like or enjoy, but they don't know how to get out of this. They don't know how to start now being intentional about living the life that they want. I was also there. I mean, I had so many dreams. I had all of these things that I wanted for myself, but the life that I was living at the time was not that. It was the complete opposite. I wanted all of these things. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to start a business. The life that I could see myself living in my mind and the life that I was living were two completely different things. So I had to find a way now to make that imaginary life, or that life that I was dreaming about, to be my reality. Don't feel bad if you find yourself just living a life that you know that it's not the life that you want for yourself. We've all been there. You can only do better once you know better. So don't beat yourself up about it to say, but why did I allow myself to get here? Why did I not do this? Why did I do that? Don't beat yourself up about it. The only thing you can do is to learn and move forward. I was also there. In my mind, I had this life that I could see for myself, but I was not living that life. I found myself a single mom to a young child, living in this tiny one-bedroom flat with a child. And I knew that it was not an ideal situation. There's nothing wrong with living in a one-bedroom flat, but for me, I knew that it was not an ideal situation. I knew that I wanted my child to have a home. I wanted my child to have space where she can run around and play and do all of these things and invite her friends and have sleepovers. And I could see myself cooking for them and taking care of them. I could see myself living in this house that I dreamed about with my child, raising my child, doing all of these fun, happy things. But our reality was not that. My reality was not that. I was not living in that house. I was living in this tiny one-bedroom flat. I was anxious. I was all of these things. I just knew that this is not it for me. I just need to find a way to get to that life that I want for myself. A few years later, I own a house. I own the house that I wanted to own in the neighborhood that I wanted to live in. And not only that, I have multiple properties. I have this business that has been making money every single month for over 5 years. I'm raising my beautiful daughter. I'm now a content creator, inspiring other women to also just follow their dreams and curate the lives that they want for themselves. So today I'm gonna break it down for you in terms of how I was able to do that. I'm also going to show you how you can also be able to do that with your own dreams, with your own goals that you have for yourself, so that you can eventually get out of this life that you don't want and start living the life that you actually want. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sthoko. Here we're all about leveling up. We're all about just creating our dream lives. We're all about pursuing our goals and not just talking and talking, but we're all about action. That action that is going to take us to that life that we see for ourselves. So if that's something that you're also focusing on in the new year, be sure to click that subscribe button. We'd love to have you over. So I'm just gonna break it down for you in terms of how I started, where I started. The number one thing that you need to do is to decide. You need to make a decision that there's a certain life that you want to live, and you are going to get to live that life. When you make a decision, there's no turning back. There's no plan B. There's no other option. You are just making a decision that this is what I want for myself, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I get to live the life that I want. So you make the decision. There's no turning back. You are just deciding that I no longer want to live this mediocre life. I no longer want to live this unfulfilled life. I no longer want to live this unhappy life. I no longer want to live this life of poverty where I have to suffer and struggle every single month. I just don't want to live that life anymore. I'm taking control of my life. I'm no longer going to allow life to just pull me in all these different directions. I'm going to take control. I'm going to take charge. I'm going to be intentional about the things that I do. I'm going to be intentional about the life that I see for myself. So you make that decision. So now that you've made that decision, you've taken that decision to say, this is not it for me. This is not the life that I want for myself, for my children, or whatever the case may be. Once you've taken that decision that this is not it, there's another life that I see for myself. The next thing that you need to do now, you need clarity. You need to be as clear and concise as possible about what exactly is it that you want. Because it's one thing to know what you don't want, but it's a different thing to know exactly what is it that you want, what is it that you are pursuing, what is it that you are working towards. You need to be as clear as possible about all of those things. If it's a house that you want, you need to be very clear about what this house is going to look like, where this house is going to be. How are you going to feel once you live in this house? Imagine all of those things. I remember I used to imagine all of those things. Like I said, I used to imagine myself living in this house that I was very specific in my mind that it has to be this type of a house. I could imagine myself living there with my child, and I used to talk about it all the time with my daughter to say, this is the house that we're going to buy, this is where the house is going to be, these are the things that we're going to be doing in that house. We used to talk about it all the time. So it wasn't just in my mind, I was also talking about it. I was also describing it very clearly. I'm going to tell you why it's important to be as clear and as concise as possible with the things that you are working towards. If it's a house that you are working towards, be concise. Be clear about how that house is going to look like, where that house is going to be. The reason why it's important to be as clear and as detailed as possible about the thing that you want is the fact that those details, that thing that you are imagining in your mind, that is the thing that is going to help you, to motivate you to keep going, because we're still going to get to the work part, because this is not just going to happen automatically. This is not just going to happen by you thinking about it and visualizing it. You're going to have to work for it. So that's why I'm saying that having that detailed description of the thing that you want, thinking about it, feeling it, it's really going to help you as motivation to keep going, because it's not going to be easy. You're going to feel maybe demotivated. You're going to feel like it's taking forever, it's taking too long, it's never going to happen for you. But if you hold on to those dreams, if you hold on to that vision that you have for yourself, every single day you remind yourself, this is what I'm working towards. You allow yourself to feel it. You allow yourself to believe it. You allow yourself to actually see yourself having achieved the thing that you want to achieve. That is going to fuel you. That is going to be the thing that is going to keep you going when you start working for that thing that you want. So it's very important to be clear. And again, you have to know what you are working towards. You can't just say, I want to buy a house. But do you know how much this house is going to cost you? Do you know where this house is going to be? Do you know all of these things that have to do with you buying that house? Because if you don't even know where that house is going to be, if you don't even know how much that house is going to cost you, then how are you going to start creating goals that are going to take you step by step closer to that big goal that you are working towards if you don't know all of these details? So it's important to be clear and to be as detailed as possible. All right, now that you have all of this clarity, now that you know exactly what is it that you want, what exactly is it that you are working towards, now you have to be super intentional every single day. Not once a month, not once a week, not once every other day. Every single day you have to be intentional about the thing that you are working towards. If it's saving money, for instance, if you are saving money because you want to buy this house, then you have to be intentional every single day and be mindful of the things that you do every single day. Make sure that where you can save money, you save money every single day. The actions that you take every single day are taking you towards that goal that you want for yourself. You are saving money because you know what you are saving money for. If you are working towards a healthier version of yourself, that means maybe you have to lose weight, you have to change how you look, you have to change how you move. You cannot expect to eat healthy once a week and think that you are going to achieve that goal. You cannot expect to exercise once a month and think that you're going to achieve that goal. It's something that you have to do every day. Every single day, you have to have it at the back of your mind that this is what I'm working towards. Therefore, these are the things that I need to do on a daily basis that are going to get me closer and closer and closer to that goal that I'm working towards. Because when you have this big goal, you're not just going to wake up tomorrow and have achieved that big goal. You're going to have small goals that you achieve every day. You're going to have small goals that you work towards every day that are eventually going to take you to that big goal that you are working towards. So it's very important to be intentional, to be super intentional about how you spend your time, about the things that you do, about making sure that the things that you do every day are not taking you backwards, are not setting you backwards in terms of the progress that you've made towards achieving your goals. If it means maybe you have to make more money because the thing that you are working towards requires you to have more money, requires you to make more income, then it means maybe you're going to have to now start working after hours, start working over the weekends, maybe start a side business. You are going to have to make sure that every single day, no matter how tired you are, no matter how you feel, you do something that is going to take you closer to that goal that you are working towards. So that's why I'm saying that you have to be super intentional about how you spend your time, the things that you do. Don't waste time. Don't waste time doing things that are really not going to do anything for you. Make sure that you use all the time that you have to put towards the things that you know that are going to take you closer to the goal that you are working towards. Don't waste time doing things that are really not going to take you anywhere. With me, I knew that the things that I wanted, they required me to have more money. So I had to figure out a way to make more money, because what I was earning at the time, I definitely knew that it was never gonna take me to where I wanted to go, because like I said, I was clear. I knew exactly what is it that I wanted. I knew exactly which house I wanted. I knew exactly how much that house cost. So I knew that the money that I was making at the time is not going to afford me. I'm not going to be able to afford it. So I knew that I need to make more money. Hence, I started my business. I started saving money, because I had to look at my life. I had to look at what is it that I can do that will still allow me to be able to work, because I need this job. I need to make extra income as well, so that I can be able to finally afford the thing that I want, because I was not going to settle. I was not just going to accept the fact that I'm just going to live in this 1-bedroom flat and raise my child in a 1-bedroom flat. I couldn't accept that. So I had to do everything that was possible for me, so that I could be able to afford the house that I wanted to buy. And today I live in that house. I live in that house, in that neighborhood. I do all of those things that I once imagined. And it just feels so good knowing that when you put your mind onto something, you can actually achieve it. This just gives me so much comfort that even the other things that I still want for myself, because this is not the end, this is only the beginning. So it gives me so much comfort to know that even the other things that I still want for myself, if I put my mind to it, if I'm intentional about it, if I'm clear about it, if I work towards it, those things are eventually going to come. Those things are eventually going to be my reality. They are not just going to live in my mind anymore. It's going to be my reality, because the things that I once wanted, they are now my reality, because I did all of these things. I was super clear about what is it that I wanted. I was super intentional about the things that I was doing, because I knew that those are the things that are going to take me to this life that I wanted. So you can also do that for yourself. Decide what exactly is it that you want, and start being intentional. Start implementing those steps that you need to implement every single day that are going to take you to that life that you want for yourself. I also once dreamt about inspiring other women, helping other women also pursue their dreams, also follow their dreams, just work towards creating the lives that they want for themselves. And today I'm doing that. Today I'm here talking to you, inspiring you to also just follow your dreams, to just follow your goals, and make sure that you are super intentional and know that it can be done. If you take nothing else out of this video, take this. It can be done. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me, I come from the most humblest of backgrounds, but I wouldn't change anything about my life. I loved my life. I loved my humble beginnings, but there's this life that I always knew that I wanted for myself, and I did not want to accept anything else. I'm just like that. I'm just relentless like that. I'm stubborn like that. If I want something, I don't rest. I just don't rest. I go after it. I pursue it until I get it. So I want you to know that even the thing that seems so out of reach for you, it's not out of reach. You just need to make a decision and start and believe in yourself and take aligned action, because that's the most important thing. You can visualize all you want, you can do all of these things, but if you don't take aligned action, you're not going to realize that vision that you have for yourself. So that's the one thing that I want you to know. I want you to know that if I could do it, you can do it. And I also want you to know that I still have so many other goals, so many other dreams that I'm working towards. And I'm not going to accept that this is the end for me. This is only the beginning. Bigger things are yet to come, because I am working towards those things. I am super intentional about the things that I'm doing, because I know the life that I want for myself. So everything that I'm doing is working towards that life that I want for myself. So you can do the same thing with the things that you want for yourself. Last but not least, it's very important to understand that you're going to have to make some sacrifices. There's just no other way around it. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, whether it's sacrificing the time that you may be going out and partying, sacrificing the time so that you can stay at home and work on your side business. Maybe you're going to have to sacrifice going out with friends, eating all of this junk food and drinking and doing all of those things, because you know that you are working towards a healthier version of yourself. Therefore, you can't put yourself in that environment where you're gonna start overeating, where you're gonna start drinking and doing all of these things that are going to sabotage your progress. Maybe you're going to have to sacrifice buying nice things for yourself because you are saving up for this important thing that you want for yourself. You are going to have to sacrifice something for something. With me, like I said, when I started my business, I knew that I needed money so that I can be able to start that business. So I had to sacrifice a lot of things. I did not buy a lot of things that my peers were buying. I did not, because I was saving money so that I can be able to start this business that is eventually going to give me income on a monthly basis. So those are the things that I want you to understand, that you're going to have to sacrifice something, and you have to be okay with it. You have to understand that you cannot have your cake and eat it too. That's just not how life works. At some point, you're going to have to sacrifice something for the other. And look, it won't be forever. It might not be forever. It might only just be for a certain season where you are building, where you are focusing all your energy, all your time on the thing so that you can build it and get it off the ground. Then you can be able to go back and do the thing that you used to do, the thing that you maybe wanted to do. But you're going to have to sacrifice something for the other. Whether it's forever or it's for a specific season, you're going to have to make those sacrifices, and you have to be okay with that. You have to understand that it's part of the process. It's part of working towards the things that you want, because like I'm saying, you cannot want to become a healthier version of yourself, but you don't want to sacrifice those McDonald's drive-thrus. You don't want to sacrifice those KFC drive-thrus. You cannot expect that. You have to choose one or the other. That's why I said in the beginning, you have to make a choice. You choose the life that you want for yourself. That comes with choosing the things that you do, the things that are going to take you to that life that you want for yourself, because some things are really going to set you backwards, are really going to not take you towards the direction that you want to go. You're going to spend a lot of time just trying to now trying to catch up with yourself, because now you've allowed things to just derail your plans. You've deviated from the things that you need to do. So it's going to take you more time if you keep doing those things that are going to set you backwards, that are going to sabotage your progress. So be focused, be intentional, and a lot of it has to do with mindset, because once you get your mind to that state of knowing that this is what I want, this is what I'm working towards, I'm not doing anything other than the thing that is going to take me towards that goal, then it does not even become a thing of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm sacrificing, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on these things. No, you don't even feel like you are missing out on anything, because you know that the time that you are putting in is going to give you the results that you want. So you are excited to stay inside and not go out. You are excited to open that laptop and work on that side hustle and work on that plan that is going to get you towards that thing that you are working towards. So you are excited. You don't even feel like you are missing out, because the thought of you staying in that life that you don't want, it fuels you. I know for me, it literally kept me awake at night. Like I couldn't accept it. I was willing to do whatever it takes. Even now, I'm willing to do whatever it takes so that I can be able to get to that life that I want for myself. And that's another thing that I want you to understand, that when I say that you can literally choose how much money you want to make, where you want to live, how you want to live, you can choose those things. But you have to understand that with that, it comes effort. You have to put in effort. You have to work for the things that you want. There's no reason why you cannot get to the thing that you want to get to. There's no reason why you cannot achieve any goal if you are willing to put in the work. If you need to learn more about the thing that you are doing, then do that. There's no reason why you should not be able to achieve the goal that you have for yourself. I hope you enjoy your Christmas break. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy your holidays and you take a break and you reflect. You think about the things that are important to you. You think about the life that you want for yourself, and know that it can be done. It is possible. And also prepare yourself mentally, because once you start embarking on this journey, there are gonna be challenges. There are gonna be things that are going to come and try and derail you. There are going to be all of these things, but just know that take it one day at a time. Because if you think about all of these things that you need to do, all of these things that you are going to have to do so that you can achieve the thing that you want, if you start thinking about all of those things at once, it's going to overwhelm you and it's just going to paralyze you. You're going to be paralyzed. Just prepare yourself and tell yourself that I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. Once you have a plan, then stick to that plan. Stick to that plan. Do the thing that you know is going to get you to that life that you want for yourself. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also do click that subscribe button. I'd love a lot to have you over. Until the next video, bye.